Chaos in Kogi State as hoodlums attack party secretariat. Election violence has begun in Kogi ahead of the governorship elections slated by INEC for November 16th, which is actually this coming Saturday. Hoodlums suspected to be political thugs attacked the secretariat of the Social Democratic Party, SDP, in Lokoja, the capital of the state, early on Monday, burning down the building. According to reports, the affected secretariat of the party is located close to the Lokoja local government secretariat. It was learnt that the attack is the second in 24 hours, as suspected thugs earlier vandalized the doors and windows of the secretariat. They also vandalized banners, posters, and some campaign materials in the earlier attack. Now, this attack is coming days after the party claimed there were plans against the convoy of its governorship candidate Natasha Akpoti. Also, the PDP says that in reaction to reported threats by Yahaya Bello, the governor, and the APC to unleash violence and disrupt the party's campaigns in Kogi Central Senatorial Zone, they will not sit with folded arms. I mean, we have threats here and there, burning down a secretariat. What is going on really in Kogi State?
It's not a Kogi State factor, it's a Nigerian factor.
Okay.
Until we as the people, we need to understand that power belongs to the people. Sovereignty belongs to the people. Until the people begin to realize that it is they who decide who should be their governor and not the politicians that decide it, these things will continue. Two, so long as people see government job, governor, House of Rep, so long as people see it as an avenue to amass wealth, people would want to do everything humanly possible to have power. Unfortunately, I would say that we have a system today in Nigeria where the various state houses of assembly have become puppets in the hands of the governors. Ordinarily, they are different. Everybody should sit on their own and do what they're supposed to do. But before you even talk of the violence, we're talking about the naming of a school. The House of Assembly has approved. Is that what they should be talking about? Is that what the State Assembly should be talking about at this point in time? How many people have been arrested for this violence? So, you know, the violence that leads to the setting ablaze of the property is not perpetrated by one person. And there is no way you will tell me that, you know, the policemen were not on ground and they couldn't arrest one person. You know, so I think our politicians need to understand that, good, it is do or die for you guys because you want to continue to loot. But you must also realize that a time will come when you push the people too far to the wall, they will revolt.
Okay. All right. Mazik, let's hear from you.
Yeah, I think, was it last week when the court reinstated the governorship candidate of SDP, that madam, she did mention that there are plans to attack her. Then PDP also came up with such allegation. And that secretariat is very close to police station.
Yeah.
Now, here is a state that has not been able to pay salaries for 20, close to 30 months. Here is a state that is not peaceful. Here is a state where the chairman of APC went to campaign. Here is a state that the vice president went there to distribute around 10,000 naira. Here is a state they want such a governor that is not performing to be re-elected. But the other states that the governors are performing, just like Oyo State, they want him removed. They are going there to campaign that he should, they went there, that he should not be, returned. You see, what a world. What a world.
Let's not, sorry, Mazi, I'm cutting. Let's not forget they just had an episode with the deputy governor thing, that just happened.
Okay, there was even an agreement, understanding that there will be peaceful election both in Kogi and Bayelsa. Everywhere there seems to be violence. And the government is not doing it. Look at that secretary that is very close to the police station. And the police, you talk about the police, were watching and they look the other side. Instead of them to look the other side when they see evil. I will not do that. Look, but now they look to the other side when things are going wrong. That madness is unacceptable. What we are praying is that a situation where a governor knows that he's performing, he doesn't need to kill people. He doesn't need to rule out violence and etc. He doesn't need even to compare.
All right, Mazi, let me butt in once again. We'll come back. Just hold your line of thought. Just to buttress what you're saying about, the leadership of the APC actually flagging off campaigns for the forthcoming elections in Kogi State. Let's quickly go see this rally by the APC in Kogi State. This was about 2 weeks ago, a week ago, I guess. Let's take that video quickly. We'll come back.
It's the official flag-off of the governorship campaign of the All Progressives Congress in Kogi, and the venue is Ida local government area of the state. The presidential chopper conveying the vice president and other top officials of the party touches down, signaling the commencement of the campaign.
And I want to say that this is indeed a tsunami in Ida.
Then comes the campaign promises as the national party chairman of the APC, Adams Oshiomhole, reels them out.
To move to the next level, and he doesn't need to start learning again. He's going to begin to fly at 35,000 feet. So we have come as his friends, as his comrades, as his brothers, to assure you that we have absolute confidence in his ability to take Kogi to the next level. Thank you.
The vice president asked the people of the state to come out en masse to vote come November 16.
The only way to make sure that we get to the next level is by making sure that that day, all of us, everybody is APC that day, every single person. And we must go there and vote for Governor Yahaya Bello.
The candidate for the November governorship poll, Governor Yahaya Bello, who is seeking to be re-elected to the Lugard House, promises to move the state forward and consolidate on his achievements.
You have seen exactly what we've been able to do in terms of infrastructure in Kogi State. We had that problem and we're solving the problem.
With this flag off, Governor Bello and his running mate will now take their message of continuity to every nook and cranny of the state in their bid to get re-elected for a second term.
All right, thanks for joining us again. Just for us to go capture the mood, of the APC at the moment. Now, Mazi, I just want to ask a question in line with your submission earlier, talking about a state owing salaries of more than 20 months, amongst other inefficiencies, as described by people of the administration of the day. Now, I want to ask, seeing the kind of support the APC is giving the governor at that rally, on what basis really should a party support a member going for such a position as a governor? Is it based on performance on the job or based on party membership?
It's based on party membership. Secondly, it's based also on what their stomach can take. There is hunger in the land. Everywhere people are not happy. But then, some of these people hired, paid for this campaign. But my worry is that my pastor is there. That's not a member of my church. A pastor is there. Remember, I've said it here. Once falsehood becomes a norm in the society, what do you get? These people we are seeing here, what conscience do they have? What moral do they have? They've sold all their moral values. They have been purchased by dogs. So it is a fact that APC is celebrating a non-performing governor. The chairman is asking people to come and re-elect somebody that is owing them, and people are there, clapping hand, agreeing to come. But look at this. What about the followership? People. That's why at times when I see the roads, I say, I went to Alamole the other day. I said, these bad roads are here, and people will still vote back. Shame Baba, blah 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 blah, and they still want to vote them back. Shame. So what do I say here now? We are in a cry below the country. Who has done all this? If people, civil servants, no one can raise a voice. No one can say, I will not go there. Because my salary is being owed. My children have not been paid, their school fees have not been paid. And they are there clapping hands.
Okay.
Because of what they can get.
Okay.
May God help people.
All right, Mr. Tanner.
Well, let me start by saying I congratulate Natasha. She's a woman of substance, and she has big heart. You know, you need to listen to that lady.
I did listen to her.
Aha. She was never intimidated by all the paraphernalia of her office of the state government. She's holding tight to the mandate given to her by her party. Having said that, I don't know. Africans, because I will not say Nigerians, Africans as a whole, that is why we are being called the third world. Even if they should be calling us the 10th world now, not even the third, because we are not even in the third position again. Look, these people, the politicians, they play their games well, and people I'm only sorry for the followers. There you see people dancing. Maybe they have been given 1,000 or 500. Some I even read in the newspaper that some of these parties are distributing bread. They are putting 200 naira in a loaf of bread for them. So they've impoverished them. They make them to be poor. They subject them to. So because if you want to subject people to serious hardship, just make him or her hungry. She'll be able to eat anything. She'll be ready to take anything. The Kogi government, everybody is saying it. I've never been to Kogi, was it sincere? But from the feeler I get from Kogi, that governor is not performing. He's a non-performing governor. The APC, maybe they knew why they refused to change him for another person. He had ruled that state for almost 4 years now. And according to the people, the Kogi people, he hasn't scored a pass mark. So I don't know why they should continue to retain him there. Maybe he's one of the boys of the president, because all his boys, I don't think he will have that God to say, go home. So one of the boys. But nevertheless, Kogi people, I'm sorry for you. You still have that opportunity now because your card, you still have that voting right. You've not voted now. You still have your card intact. Forget about people dancing at the rallies. Some of them are hired. Some of them are giving money to, they are coerced to go to the rally. So I don't believe in the crowd I see at the rallies. It is the election that will bring out. But if the INEC we allow their votes to count, I think we are going to see the upturn.
Okay, that's what you think.
And I want to say this, in as much as we all sit down here and throw tantrums and throw stones at politicians, we should ask ourselves, who are these politicians? Did they come from the moon? They are from our families.
Of course.
Gone are the days when families hold their family members in check. The same attitude of our politicians is playing out in our religious institutions. It's playing out in the mosque. It's playing out in the churches. It's become a situation where people are only interested in their greed and selfishness. I honestly feel, nauseated. I feel bad. I feel like shedding tears that a man like the vice president would stand on the podium and begin to promote a man who his tenure has been nothing but mediocrity.
The pastor.
It is the height of it. Because we must begin to look at people and not parties. Until we begin to think about individuals and forget about parties, because the political parties in Nigeria have not done well. They have not helped the cause of the Nigerian people.
Okay.
There's something he said. He said if you want to subdue somebody, you start the person. Between 1966 and 1970, do you know what we suffered in Biafra?
Yeah.
Hunger, kwashiorkor and things like that. Who orchestrated it? Chief Awolowo. He said the best weapon to subdue your enemy, start him. And that was what happened. And that is what they've now used to subdue Nigerian people. Hunger. This is a governor that collected 2 times bailout fund. Apart from the monthly allocation and the entire generated revenue, he's still owing. And people came out like this in mass celebrating him, that they want him back. The vice president went there, bring him back, said the only way to go to the next level is to bring him back. The APC chairman said he had done well, Jesus, work for you.
Boko Oluwatobi Loba from Badagry says, a day food makes Nigerians forget 20 years hungry. I pray God open our brain in this country.
I don't think we can blame the vice president, because you don't expect him to say anything beside what he's saying now.
So, but he's a pastor.
No, sir. Let us stop labeling evil in this country. I disagree. You are covering evil. Let us say it to the way it is.
Conscience.
Okay. All right. I want to hear him. Let him land.
Let me land.
Go ahead.
Look, I said it once on this program that look, when it comes to sharing the booty, there's no religion, there's no ethnicity, there's no you are this, you are that. They take equal share. I don't understand. So in politics, do you think there is anything like religion in politics? When you see a pastor holding a Bible, swearing with the Bible, whereas he knows that is not saying the right thing. So once as a pastor, when it comes to the church, he's a pastor. As soon as he leaves the church, he's no more a pastor. That is politics for you. Yeah. I've once said it that look, if you want us to be sincere in this country, all these our local thing gods, let's go back to them.
Let's not forget. Let's not forget. He owes the APC some sort of allegiance. That's his
but then, you see, like I said something, I said, Prince, you are wearing a white, beautiful, white something.
White shirt.
Gandhi said, there's no man who wears this to an abattoir.
That is it.
And comes out clean, without a dent. Let me stop there. Do you know why this? Don't be surprised, APC might win. Do you know what? Go and declare result, let them go to court.
That is it.
But you see, this is where I want to totally disagree with you, sir. Yes. If we keep supporting the fact that
like
inside the church you're a pastor, outside the church you're a devil, then there's no need for anybody to go to church anymore. It's the truth.
That is
because his life must be a reflection of him at every point in time. He's a model to a lot of young Nigerians. A lot of us look up to him as a model. If the model we see is only seen in the church, then I don't have to have him as a model anymore.
If I may interject you, we haven't got to that level in this country. Look at what is happening in Bolivia now. the president had already been elected. But because of the brouhaha in the country, he resigned.
Voluntary. That's what people who have conscience.
Have you gone to that place? Have you gone to that level in Africa? Have you ever seen a minister resign? Have you ever seen a minister in Nigeria resign, if not for a purpose?
It is
They
because
need to hold on to power by whatever means.
it is because of the largesse in that.
That is exactly what
we
I'm
need
saying.
to change that Nigerian constitution. I keep saying it. We need to sit down
Unless we go back
and
to
do
that
a constitution that is.
constitution.
Okay.
No, we need to do a constitution for the people, by the people. What we have today is not a constitution of the people. It's an imposed document, and that document needs to be thrown away for this country to move forward.